And would one of you guys want to recap the events of our session that was 3 weeks ago now was the last time we played?
I can, yeah. After, is that when time stop was countered, or was that the week before?
That was really early on in the fight, so that was the session before, but you can recap as much of the Obaxab fight as you want.
Okay. Starting out with this one, I have that, hang on, sorry, I gotta do that. Obexub had a level 9 meteor swarm that he actually hit us all with. That was scary. And then Reditude was dead as a pile of snow, and then his ring started vibrating on the ground, and he just stepped out of a dimensional rift, like, "Hey, what's up?" Out of a gold mansion that had a bunch of like instruments in there, and we're like, "Huh?" And he's like, "I don't worry about it. It's one of my simulacrums." Current started falling down a pit. I'm assuming that got better. Mebly took out Obaxab's second head with the Amulet of the Shard, which really pissed off Obaxab. So then Mebly was slain pretty much in one round by Obaxab just focusing the crap out of him. The Pale Hunters reappeared, flipped off Obaxab, and started striking with her sword at him. Kildrak then killed Obaxab with, I think, a huge amount of smiting. And then Mathrix, a mini Obaxab aspect of him, appeared and was like, "No, father!" And we really quickly dispatched him. And kind of in the settling dust of that, I realized I do have the spell Revivify, but I think at this point it's been more than a minute, and or Mebly's body is just not revivable, right?
Yes, when Mebly was, I believe, stabbed with Obaxab's razor tongue, and then sort of disintegrated, like disapparated, and is
That's right.
completely gone. Yeah.
Okay. So Witchblade is sitting on top of the Shard of Evil, or the Seed, as it has a second name potentially. It tried to talk to me, and I put a 5th level Shatter in it, and I'm like, "Shut up! I don't want things talking in my head." And it went quiet after that. And Kildrak, at the very, very end, did Commune. And the only question I have an answer written down for is, we found out that releasing the shard into the void will not harm the material plane. So releasing the shard into the void is now our objective. Current has talked to the shard. I don't want that thing poking around in my head. I don't know if Intellect Fortress is still on me or not. Oh, I guess it is. So I
Yeah, I
do still
believe
have that from
so.
Skaldris. But I'm not going to risk that, so we got to figure out how to break these chains and or how to drop this thing into the void.
Cold iron. Cold iron will break the chain.
And while you guys are figuring out how to free the Shard of Evil from its abyssal chains that are holding it, a couple figures have arrived from the chamber that
Oh
leads
yeah.
upward. So there is our old friend Boppy Tubble Fizzywits, the goblin who originally showed up to this war. I believe he said he was at like his daughter's birthday or something, and he was all painted up and dressed like a clown. Well, I mean, there's been a war going on for the past at least couple weeks or so down here in Zionin, and his hair is now slick with grime and fluids, and he is just covered in gore. BT has been through the thick of it, and standing next to him is an older man who is wearing pretty modest clothes, holds a staff with a gnarled top, but nothing too whimsical about it. And around the man floats 7 yellow birds, 7 canaries, as well as he has an 8th bird, a larger one. It looks like a mourning dove, and the mourning dove is perched upon his shoulder. And so, as you guys were, yes, Current was reminding you to use cold iron weapons to potentially break these cold iron chains. You heard their footsteps and the rapping of his staff, the man, as they came down the hallway, and they just stand by the edge of the pit there and kind of survey the scene. They aren't calling out just yet. Just looking
Would
around.
I have heard any legends about the wizard with 7 canaries?
Literally about to ask the same thing.
Who is proficient in history?
To be fair, Isaac, I'm pretty sure Skuldrus has researched and found the specific answer.
That's fair.
That's
He's been
true.
super interested in this person.
That is a good point.
Like, I
Not
think
sure
I
if he
remember
has.
specifically hearing about that way earlier. I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty confident Skuldrus knows who this guy is.
Yeah. So interestingly, I don't know if anyone is. Is no one in the party proficient in history?
I am. Kildrak
I'm
is.
not.
It didn't show
Out
up.
of
Okay.
character, Skuldrus,
Yeah,
do you know who
Kildrak
this
is.
person is? Or
So
Andrew?
Kildrak can roll history, and Skuldrus can roll history with advantage from research you have performed.
Oh gosh.
Also, a reminder about music, Isaac.
Yes, I had pulled that up a while back and then never did it.
Oh, I rolled
Play.
disadvantage. That's hilarious.
Hmm.
Isaac, can I take the 20 because I accidentally clicked the wrong button?
Oh.
Roll disadvantage.
So you got a natural 20. Okay.
Very fitting. Very fitting.
Yeah, really quick, I will share my screen in the Discord. Yeah, okay. So Kildrak, this figure, you feel like you read about this figure in the footnote of a book, or like in the author bio of the book, or like a foreword or something. Like he has written something that you have read before, and you just can't put your finger on it. Skuldrus, you know that this figure is Fizzman, sometimes called Fizzman the Fabulous, although that's typically in books that he has written. So take it as you will if you think other people call him that or not. And he is a wanderer who is obsessed and fascinated with the lore of dragons. He has written far more books on the subject than any other scholar. And you're not quite sure of this man's origins, but you know that he is exceptionally well traveled. And yeah, certainly, as I know you've been particularly looking for and asking about a platinum dragon, I mean, you would imagine this guy has probably like met a platinum dragon or more, multiple in his life.
I'm
But
still a solar. I have true sight.
I believe you would. Well, okay. Your true sight's like 120 feet.
Mhm.
Do. So his magic covers him and his canaries. But you are able to immediately discern once he walks into the room that the mourning dove perched on his shoulder is not a bird, but it is actually a transformed gargantuan dragon that
Ooh.
appears to be silverish in its coloring.
Gosh.
That's the only thing that I see.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, I'm
correct.
certainly curious and planning to approach, but I want to allow for the party to approach as well.
Sure. So you'll fly over there at a reasonable speed.
Hmm. And be like, hello. What
Does the rest of the party
dog
just
you have there?
follow along as she introduces herself?
Nice dragon.
Oh, well, you
Why are we
you don't
getting
have true sight, right?
distracted?
Unless you use your gem.
Gem or what was it? I thought I had another one.
So you aren't currently aware that there's a disguised dragon perching on the man's shoulder.
Nice bird.
Fair enough. Um,
Kildrak
Yeah,
wants to try and dislodge some chains. Why are we taking time with these people?
yeah. So unfortunately, Kildrak is one of.
I'm going to like whisper, yell at Kildrak because the bird is a dragon.
I don't care.
I'm in the same boat. I was sitting like cross-legged on the gem, but when Kildrak makes a move to start breaking the chains, I'm gonna whip out my cold iron glaive and start trying to pry the chains off of the gem in the middle.
Okay. Yeah. So you can work on
And-
that.
Endura has a couple of cold iron javelins he's gonna hand to Kildrak
Okay.
to help with that as well.
Okay. So Kildrak takes a cold iron javelin to whack at it.
He's got a
I
plus
also have a
2
war
cold iron
hammer.
javelin.
Whatever Kildrak thinks will be more effective.
If you take a couple whacks with Henyo, they probably will not
No,
do
cold iron
anything. So.
warhammer.
Oh, you have a cold iron warhammer?
Yeah, picked it up in the tower with the armory
Okay.
full.
I did not write that down, I don't think, but very cool. So you're whacking away at that chain. It's gonna take a few whacks to get one of these chains. Garrett, go ahead and make an athletics check for Witchblade as you're trying to pry these off here.
Okay. I have advantage because I'm enlarged, but disadvantage because I'm exhausted, so this is a straight roll. 21.
A 21. Okay, you are a large creature. The chain does not budge at all. You feel like if you whack at the chain a few times to weaken it, it would probably be easier to pry it. But yeah, these things have a lot of hit points. So you guys are going to be whacking away for a little bit. In the meantime, Current and Scaldrus are saying hello to these people who have arrived, and Fizzban.
React to my whisper shout.
They neither of them would probably react very very much to it.
Okay.
But yeah, Fizzban will look at Scaldrus with a friendly glint in his eye. As Scaldrus compliments his bird, and he says, "What? Why, thank you. The mourning dove is maybe not quite as spectacular in appearance as the bright canaries, but it is a wonderful bird nonetheless. My, it looks like you all have been through quite the kerfuffle around here." And he kind of pointedly looks to the 3 destroyed portals as well as the great rifts in the floor from Current's earthquake spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've done more damage.
Have we?
I mean, feel like we have. We've taken a lot of damage.
The last time you cast Earthquake, the ravines got filled with more bones. I forget who filled them, but I remember last time you did it, there was a lot more people that fell in.
Yeah, I remember it was like some kind of stronghold in one of the layers of hell. Layers of the abyss.
But yeah, you
Okay.
cast Earthquake directly underneath a ginormous tower of Obok Obs, and the whole tower collapsed
yeah.
like a little ways into that.
Uh-huh.
And you guys almost died, but that was crazy.
Oops. Reminds me of the time that I cast Tsunami inside a volcano because I thought that would go well.
Yeah.
I love that one. Well, you all, I hope we meet again. You will have to tell me some of these stories of you causing great amount of damage.
It was all warranted, I promise.
BT will step to the edge of the rift there and kind of peer out towards Kildrak, to where what was the body of Obok Ob that when his neck was severed, his body mostly dissolved in a very similar manner to Mebly, while also seeping away as ichor, filling the ground and falling into the rift below. There is still a hail stinger from Obok Ob hanging out on the ground there, and BT kind of points that out and says, "Oh, that looks like quite the dangerous dropping. I would suggest to treat that with great respect."
I'm gonna leave that to the guy who collects trophies of
What? Huh?
corpses.
Yeah, Endura, don't poke yourself and grab that for me. And he's gonna just start hacking and get the tail spike off and hold it.
Cool. Yeah, Indura is well. Go ahead and make a.
I'll say he is immune to poison, so he's not gonna worry too much about preventing any poison as he touches. He's just gonna go for it.
Yeah, he doesn't really have to hack it off. Because when demons, and even demon lords die, most of their body kind of disappears, and they typically leave behind a trophy like a horn or something.
Right.
So Endura can just grab the whole tail stinger remnant, and you guys can perhaps clean it up later. But yeah, it shouldn't cause Endura too much harm if he holds on to that carefully. And Fizban looks out at all of you, and he says, it's very dark down here. I feel like you all could use a little bit of light." And as he says that, each of you feel your totem that connects you to the divine glow warmly in your pocket or your bag. Scaldrus, your ring glows with an intense heat
Ooh, that
as
tickles.
your fiery patron feels close to you. And let's go ahead and have the four of you. We'll go ahead and just roll initiative to
What?
figure out this out.
Oh no!
Yep, starting to counter.
I have to roll initiative at disadvantage. I got a 2.
Because you're exhausted, or yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Give me a second.
I'm nervous. What are you gonna do?
So yeah, once Andrew and Josh roll initiative, we will. Unfortunately, we're not quite ready for Tom to roll initiative, as his character is still dead. Sorry, Tom.
Oh, can I
No, you're
go
not.
fix that?
No, you're not.
He has no body to fix right now.
Yeah, you
Well,
wanted to cast
is
True
there
Resurrection, but that
anything
takes an
on-
hour, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's where we left that off last time. All right, it looks like Scaldrus goes first. So Scaldrus, you are consumed with the warm feeling from your ring, and you blink a couple times as you feel like this elating warmth spread from your finger through your whole body. And when your eyes open, go ahead and roll a d6 for me. You see your patron Volcanix.
Uh,
Oh,
no.
okay. You see your patron Volcanix lounging in an ornate, very large golden spa tub. And he turns his head and he says, "Oh, Scaldrus. Hello there." He stands up out of the tub, and an invisible servant runs a towel over to him, and he steps out of the tub, drying himself. Well, I see you have come to me in a vision. Well, this is convenient timing, you know. I have been working to ensure your soul is recoverable, we'll say. That imbecile, Zarak, the devil who claims your soul, I do not trust him one bit. So I did place a claim on your soul in case. I mean, I heard that he lost his tome recording all of your sins. So unfortunately, your soul is stuck in a very long queue at the moment. A lot of processes, a lot of paperwork must be filled out before your soul is ready to be processed anytime soon. But I don't trust that buffoon of a devil. So I placed a claim on your soul to ensure that if Zarak loses you, you would not go unclaimed. I would hate for you to just, be snapped up by Asmodeus. Because
Loses
if
you?
that happened, we would not be able to get you back. That is for certain. Anyways, do you have any questions for me? I know you're kind of busy right now, but if there's anything I can assist you with.
I got a dead guy over here. I don't know if you got any capability of resurrecting him or something.
That's so smart.
Yeah, unfortunately, resurrection magic isn't quite in my wheelhouse. Say, take a short walk with me over to the balcony. I'm gonna put on my robe. And we'll go ahead and cut over to the next person, Current. You feel a warmth. What is your totem that you have that connects you to Titania?
I have no idea.
It might be like a carved wooden figurine. It's okay. I was just wondering
Did
if
you give her a new one after she swore herself? Because originally she just had a totem connecting her to nature in general.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that ever got updated.
Well, I would imagine it's probably a some sort of whimsical thing made out of wood, a figurine or a coin. But regardless, you feel the warm, kind of glowing light of nature emanate from your totem, and you see yourself standing in a glade. As far as the eye can see, all around you are bright and beautiful flowers, and carried on the wind is the gentle voice of Titania. She says, Ah, my faithful warrior. How have you fared? I'm so glad you were able to recover your soul from that dreadful house of cards deep in the void.
I am doing all right, and I thank you for all of your assistance in getting my soul back. We still have to free the Shard of Evil so it may return back to its home plane. But after that, our adventure should be complete, and I will be able to carry out my service to you.
Okay. I dropped out there for a second. Sorry, what did you say, Nina?
I said, I am faring well. We have to free the Shard of Evil from its chains so that it may return to its home world, no longer having influence on this plane. And then our adventure will be complete, and I can complete my servitude to you.
Oh, yes. You know, I have heard strange rumors on the wind that shard of evil is a foreign object, foreign to our universe, known as a seed, perhaps. But what it may grow into, I have no idea.
It told me that it was what created the world it came from, but that the Oberus had destroyed its world and then taken it and come to this world and has been controlling and corrupting it for evil use.
Okay. I have heard of such universes that are completely lost, gone beyond all hope, and it would not surprise me if the Oberth demons did concoct some sort of scheme to enter our world eons and eons ago and escape their dying one. Well, fortunately that demonic knowledge is a bit outside my wheelhouse. But anyways, I would just like to update you on the whole service thing. You know, I was thinking perhaps I could send you on a shorter mission. This would only take 1 or 2 months, not the full year of service I had originally asked you for. However,
Okay.
the journey I ask of you is exceptionally, extremely dangerous. You are very powerful, and I trust you to make the journey, and this is why I entrust this duty to you. But I just wanted to let you know, while you continue these adventures, I will keep making preparations for your mission. For now, I will come up with something suitable to work as a phylactery for you, if that is all right. But I will get back to you with... Oh, yes, a container to safely harbor your soul.
Is my soul not going to reside in my body anymore?
Well, hopefully not, but in the unfortunate circumstance that and she the voice fades away over the wind, and you open your eyes and you are back in the Temple of the Shard. You look around and everyone and everything seems frozen, and you catch Fizban's eye, and he gives you a mischievous wink before the world resumes. Next, Kildrak. You working on the that cold iron chain over there. You are about halfway through beating this one huge chain link in its bracket off of the cave wall there, and you make a whack and you think you hear a whisper. You make another whack and you realize you don't hear much of anything else. You look around and everything seems frozen, and a pale rat on the floor looks up at you and says, "Hey there, Shorty."
Well,
You,
hello, my small friend.
beater of the chain. Hello. You seem like a good fellow, so I just wanted to let you know there's a group of beings heading this way. Your friends are talking to a couple characters over there, but I don't think you're gonna be able to beat away all these chains before these three arrive. I mean, clearly one of them is their leader, hulking and bullish, and then a couple very shifty fellows, changers.
Well, I appreciate the information.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you a heads up. I didn't know if you wanted to tell these other guys to scram before the mean folks arrive, but yeah, just your friendly neighborhood rat wanted to give you a heads up.
Is time frozen for me, or am I just talking to this rat while everyone's still here?
Yeah, so you look around again and time appears to be frozen, and your totem is glowing very warmly, and you feel this deep connection to nature before you catch Fizzban's eye and he winks at you, and then everything resumes again and the rat scampers away. And now, Witchblade, you give a great heave onto this chain after you've beat it a few times, and your glaive pops out of the bracket with a great snap, and you blink, and all of a sudden you find yourself floating in a gray, empty void. This comforting loneliness, where before you, these abstract black shapes like ravens swarm and swirl before exposing this ginormous, expressionless mask of the Raven Queen with huge black feathers jutting out from behind it. And she says, "My warrior, soon is the time for a great sacrifice." And she goes quiet for a moment.
I feel like I've been in this void once or twice and seen either silver or gold, I can't remember the color, of threads. Do I see any of those threads now? Or is it just the gray void in her face?
Yeah, I think you would see a golden thread extending from your chest, and it just kind of snakes off and extends forward into the void beneath the mask.
Kinda not sure what to say. My first thought is I start looking for a thread that has an end near me. And I try to trace my thread and see if it touches one that is broken. I'm basically trying to look for Mebley's thread to see if I just notice an end anywhere near me.
as you look around, you do not see any other threads until just sort of coming into focus like a string on a camera that was invisible, and then you focus, and this firm, pale strand kind of stretches horizontally, perpendicular and in front of you. The huntress says, "I have a task that I request of you before you continue your descent."
What would you have of me?
Where you are going, you and your friends provide all the strength you need. I request that you visit the Pale Huntress and give her your totem so that I may reach out to her.
Honestly, I didn't expect that, considering I think you killed her, but I think of all the things you asked me to do, handing someone a mask is probably the easiest.
Yes, I originally intended for you to dispatch of the Huntress so that I could snatch up the desiccated remnants of her divine domain. But you and your friends convinced her, even in her horrid state, to have a change of heart. And I would like to reach out to her and hopefully start a new beginning with the White Hunt and with the skeleton that used to be Diana.
How far away is that pale snapped thread from me? Is it like, can I reach out and grab it?
It would probably be out of your reach, like, it's very hard to tell in this void. Maybe it's like 20 feet in front of you.
Okay. I am just going to... I'm gonna put like a kiss into my fingertips and just kind of float it that way. As kind of like a silent like offering to Mebley's life, because I'm pretty sure that's his strand. And then I will bow to her and I will say, I will do as you ask.
Somewhere out there,
it almost-
Mebley's spirit is thanking you.
It almost looks like the mask inclines itself slightly, like a nod, and then the vision fades, and you are standing atop the Shard of Evil once again. Everything in the Temple of the Shard has come to a complete standstill, and as you look around, you see Fizban staring at you, and he gives you a knowing wink before the world resumes once again. And Kildrak would be the first to notice. Your
Sorry, real
yes,
quick.
no.
When he winks at us, he seems to be powerful enough to fuck with reality. Can I insight him to see if that was him pretending to be that communal?
Yeah, you could insight your vision, definitely.
At disadvantage. 6.
Just from your limited interactions with the man, this guy seems like a playful, whimsical type, and he doesn't seem like the kind to impersonate the Raven Queen. But
Okay.
you know, if he's like a very powerful spell, yeah, like maybe.
Okay.
And yes, Kildrak, you would be the first to notice the body of your kobold friend laying on the ground next to you. All of a sudden, there is a gaping hole in his chest, and there's this weird, like, shimmering distortion around the hole. It almost looks like his chest is being eaten away at by something unseen. And the first person to react is Fizban, who says, "Oh goodness!" And he definitely leaps over this river of blood and sand, and he will run around the edge of the pit there, calling out and say, "Oh, this poor young dragonkin," and he will go to kneel next to Mebly, assuming no one intervenes.
This thing that's eating away at him, have we seen something like that before?
Only in wounds caused by Obox Ob's razor tongue, or perhaps the tongue of his aspect that you guys fought in the Blood Shallows. And then also when Obox Ob was slain, his neck kind of exploded with that radiant energy. Some of his body, and especially his head, like kind of being attached to his tongue, kind of disintegrated, disapparated in a similar manner.
Helpful. So Kildrak has a vial of healing water from when we had a misadventure with a cursed spring. Do I think that might do anything for him, or will that water only specifically heal that curse?
That water was pretty potent, and I don't think it was specifically tied to that curse. So yeah, if you produce the water, Fizban kneeling next to Mebly, will say, "Oh, that may help us here. Please, could you pour that over the wound?"
I will use the vial of healing water.
Yes.
That happen, I am immediately going to run and leap across this chasm right here, and I'm gonna fumble in my bag for a gem that's worth 500, slam that into the hole of Mebly's gut, and attempt to just slam a revivify through his bones.
Okay,
300
wait,
for
sorry,
that.
time out.
He-
I only caught the last bit of. What is happening?
So he doesn't seem like he is dead, but he is like kind of actively dying, and he's got this huge hole in his chest.
He's
so he's probably
breathing?
not. He's trying. He has a ginormous hole in the left side of his chest, so his chest might be like moving in spastic manners.
Okay, then I'm gonna do roughly the same thing, but I'm gonna switch it to 4th level Cure Wounds. I'm gonna put both my hands to cover as much of the hole as I can, and try to just like forcibly slam healing magic into the hole while Kildrak's also doing something.
Witchblade. Okay, does the cure wounds do anything?
I don't know, but I'm gonna do it.
No,
The
I'm
cure
asking-
wounds will make flesh appear, and very rapidly the curse will kind of eat away at this new flesh until the hole is about the same size as it was before. And Fizban will raise a hand and say, it's okay. This type of wound needs a special touch. I mean, your friend's healing water is one key ingredient. And Fizban will lick his right index and middle finger, and then trace them around the hole in Mebly's chest, and just kind of hum a low, gentle note. Okay. Yes, he's going to be okay. Just give me a minute. and he will then place both of his hands crossed over each other over the hole, and you see this golden glow of healing energy emanate in the hole, and he's going to hold his hands over that hole in Mebly's chest for a minute. And at the end,
After about 10 seconds, I get really impatient and I cast Guidance on Fizzband just as like a thing to reduce my anxiety.
cool. Yeah, Fizzband is very concentrated, so he probably will not react to that at all. He will continue doing that, and at the end of it, he raises his hands, and Mebly's flesh and even the bones of his rib cage that were eaten away start reforming and growing and attaching again, before finally this hole in his chest is covered with scales. Not the crimson scales of the rest of his body. These scales are a slightly paler shade, and this seems like he may have a lasting sort of scar, but his chest is fully healed. And then Mebly will continue regaining hit points. Isn't it the regenerate spell where you like are continuously regenerating hit points?
I don't know off the top of my head.
I think that's an effect, and regenerate also brings back limbs.
Yep. 1 hit point at the start of each of their turns. Yeah, so he's basically under the effect of a regenerate, and so he will slowly go until he gets up to full health after about 10 minutes. So Mebly, you wake up laying on the floor with this modestly dressed monk-looking man with a large beard, 7 golden birds fluttering around him, and Kildrak standing over you with an empty vial of you feel like that vial he has was from a certain adventure you guys went on, and it may have been a fairly potent vial that he just used up, and your enlarged witchblade friend standing over you as well. What does Mebly say?
Damn, I was almost close to purgatory.
Great. Well,
Does he say that like he wanted to be in purgatory? Or?
No. So, does Mebly know the monk at all? Does he
No, he is a strange face, but he looks very friendly and concerned as he is watching over you, and you feel your strength and health coming back.
I just ask, why is everyone hovering around me? Who the hell are you? What do you have?
The old man will smile a kind, aged smile, and he says, "I am Fizzband, friend. I am a particular fan of dragons and dragonkind, and it warms my heart to see you whole. You are dead, son. You did not exist a moment before, and it's like an idea flashes behind his eyes, and he says, he places a hand on like over your eyebrows, kind of on the crown of your head, and he says, "Please, son, tell me your name."
Stuff like I just or say anything. I just stare at him, completely dumbfounded, and I'm like, I'm Mebly.
Mebly. Yes, okay, you are sure that is your name? And he looks to Kildrak and Witchblade for like confirmation.
Yes, that's his name.
Okay. He closes his eyes in concentration for a few seconds. All right. You should not be under the effects of that terrible curse any longer. Son, you were completely and utterly gone.
I saw your thread cut short, Mebly.
The only thing that could have possibly brought you back from the brink of such annihilation is the most powerful possible magic. Somebody wished for you to come back.
Is that you?
He kind of grins. He says, "Oh no, I wouldn't. Yeah, that's not in my wheelhouse." Well, if you're all right, he stands up and he extends an arm for you to stand up as well, Mebly.
Who would have wished?
Oh yeah, we got distracted, but we have Baphomet incoming.
What? Shit.
At least according to my new friend, the Pale Rat.
Like,
Why is he
Medley
so
asked, okay,
pale?
wait, what happened to Obox? Did we kill him?
Yeah,
We
he's
got
gone.
him, buddy.
Yeah.
So,
Not good.
Shit.
So BT, who more slowly walked around to the commotion over here, he hears Kildrak and he says, Are you sure about that? I'm pretty sure Baphomet is in hiding right now."
Is he on the map?
Ah, yes. The super magical duper map. That would be a helpful tool.
Also, I forgot. I need to find the Pale Huntress too, but things happened.
So there would be in the tunnels above the Temple of the Shard one bullish figure. Oh, is this? No, that ain't it. Okay, well, it's good enough. It looks like a Garistro, and it is called Orwance. Yes, Orwance. Do that. There we go. He is on that little map. No? So BT says, that would be very unfortunate if Baphomet returned to try and do something around here, but our intelligence was saying that he's kind of taken a full retreat. Last we know.
I'll admit that I was only told that a bullish one is heading in this direction. I suppose I assumed that it was Baphomet.
Well, it sure is handy you guys have that little map of this place. How'd you get a hold of that?
Oh, nowhere. It just
All right, well,
appeared.
keep your secrets then.
Oh, I always
Anyways,
do.
Mebly, congratulations on the resurrection. That is most excellent. And now,
Try.
Mr. Distractions over here, you came here on a mission. And Fizzban says, "Oh, right. Yes, of course." He scans the room and he says, Skuldrus?
Yes.
Ah, you. He'll walk up to Skuldrus. I was sent here by a friend of yours, a Solar who calls himself Solar.
Yes.
All right. Well,
Do you have the final news that I have been waiting and looking everywhere for?
believe me, it's no canary, and those are very helpful in, you know, underground situations like this one. But, he reaches out his left hand, and the Morning Dove alights upon it. Please, take my little friend, to accompany you in the rest of your travels. From what I have heard, your group seems like the noble sort who could use a little friend to help you complete your journey.
I would love that. Do you have any? Do you have a name for this little friend?
Yes. Please refer to him as Vandrasol. That is what he responds to.
Hmm. Is that his true name or a given name?
That he pauses. Well, okay. That may be a trick question about the true name. Those are magical. Those are powerful. But it is his real name. Yes, Vandrasol. I'll just post it in the chat there too, so you guys know.
Thank you. I spelled that very wrong.
I'm curious. How, in what way would he be helpful with us? No, like, disrespect to who he is. But I know you quite well, and I know that you hide things in plain sight.
He looks off to the side, kind of whimsically, and he says, I have, I'm not sure what you mean. And the Morning Dove, now pipes in, you better not be disrespecting me.
What?
Why would I ever be disrespecting you? I am not. I
Oh.
believe that you are a great person. Or creature.
We'll go with creature,
Hmm.
but thank you. If I'm gonna be accompanying you, do you have to have that dark shard floating around your head all the time?
Yeah, it's got to do something required, so hopefully it won't be around very long. We gotta get rid of the larger shard that's in the middle right now, so once that happens, then it might go away finally. You might be my next floating funness.
Vandrasol stamps his Morning Dove feet and looks back at Fizban, and Fizban looks at him and shrugs. All right. Yeah, good enough for me. You want me to perch on your shoulder?
Honestly, whatever you feel like is honorable for you.
Shoulder's good.
Cool.
And Vandrasol will go fly up and perch on your shoulder. As your little piece of the Shard of Evil floats around your head, he would probably fly up to whatever side it is not currently floating by, and then just perch on your shoulder. And if it like it kind of orbits your head slowly, he just kind of leerily eyes it every once in a while. And BT says, "Well, that's all well and good. You guys, you all know what you're doing, correct?"
Well,
Not
we're trying to
really,
understand
no.
how to break these chains. Would my new friend that you just gave me be able to do that?
BT looks up at Fizzman, mouth agape, kind of like, "Do you seriously ask that?" He said, "Well, these are Abyss forged chains. I mean, it looks like your friends are wielding Abyss forged weapons. That should do the trick well and good enough."
All this
Yeah.
high magic that we've been around, and somehow the answer almost always is just whack. That's it. And I'll start going back to hacking at chains with Endura, keeping an eye up for a charging bull, I guess.
Yeah, cool. BT turns to. So who said that you guys don't really know what you're doing?
Me.
Or, oh, okay. Well, yeah. You resumed whacking, so he'll just turn to the rest of the group. It's my understanding that you guys are still following. He looks around, like the whole room, and then he like turns and he looks around the whole room again, and he leans in. You guys are following Dagon's plan, right? Gonna get this shard of evil out of here for good, so we don't have another Obaxab Baphomet situation, somebody trying to abuse it.
As of right now, though we've confirmed the plan with a couple of more, shall we say, reputable sources.
Well, that's probably for the best. Yeah, I was under the impression when we talked that you guys had just heard that from Dagon. But if others from higher places agree with the plan, that's all well and good. And well, first of all, first things first, I need to clean myself up. And he turns to your lion folk. He says, "Mr. Redditu, could I have a pass key to your manor?" And Redditu pulls out a small coin from his pouch and hands it to BT. And BT nods to Fizzban, and Fizzban looks around at you all and then gives a farewell nod to Vandrasol specifically, and they are going to plane shift out of there.
Before they totally leave, I would like to do an insight check on the wink that he gave me.
Yeah. You could roll insight or religion.
Baldrus, what are the odds we counterspell their plane shift just to piss him off?
Oh my gosh.
It's like,
Ugh, not great, not great.
You just have an intuition that Fizzban may not be particularly natural, but perhaps is quite divine in nature, and his divinity is what infused your totem with a spurt of divine energy that allowed you to talk to your patron for a limited time. Unfortunately, Titania wasn't able to answer all your questions, but yeah, this guy seems to have an air of divinity around him, as far as you can tell.
Alright. Was he the reason that, like, I wasn't able to hear the last part that Titania said? I thought that was, like, an intentional thing. That's kind of what I was trying to insight.
Yeah. So with your religion, you would tell that just your connection was fading out. And even with a Fizzban here, you guys are super, very deep in the abyss. So it's hard to, not a lot of service down here.
Got a antenna somewhere?
I just want to make sure I was
Dish.
understanding that correctly.
Cool. So they will plane shift away, and those of you whacking at chains may go ahead and just make a group athletics check, strength.
Does anyone
athletics.
have an extra cold iron weapon that I can
Yeah.
borrow for this?
Endura
Yeah.
has 3 more plus
Cold
2
iron
javelins, and
I have a dagger. Do you want a dagger?
I have a quarterstaff.
Cold iron
I have
quarterstaff.
arrows.
It's a +3.
What would a solar be proficient in weapon-wise?
The solar is proficient in all melee. Well, yeah, just all martial weapons.
Then I'll grab a javelin. I think is gonna pack the most punch.
Sure.
And we'll
Yep.
Oh,
So you can go ahead and Garrett. I think your athletics check would be a straight roll, right?
oh yes, it would.
can I give you a potion
Just
of
18.
vitality?
You know, I would not say no to that.
Okay.
I think I'm out of them.
I'll give you one.
Oh no, wait, I do have one. Sorry.
Oh, okay, cool.
Let me drink that. We haven't calmed down from battle yet, so I'm all scatterbrained. Yeah, let me fix that.
All
Thank
right.
you for
so,
reminding me that exists.
Yeah, you already rolled a disadvantage, but I'll let you. You can go ahead and roll one more straight athletics roll. And if it's higher than an 18, we'll take that. Now that you are out of exhaustion. 20. Nice.
20.
We got an 18 and a 19. So we need a strength athletics from Kildrak, and I'm assuming Mebly. Mebly, at this point, you are at full health. You could also roll strength, as you have a cold iron rapier, I think. Yep. Quite powerful cold iron rapier. So, Tom, you could actually roll dexterity because that's your weapon. Your weapon ability.
Gotcha.
You want me to try to use my cold iron quarterstaff?
You might as well. Rolling another roll in the group check is not going to hurt anything.
Hey, not bad.
+3.
Dang, your strength is pretty good.
I forgot that I am proficient in athletics, so I have a +7.
Oh yeah, that's huge. Okay, so you guys are able to break 3 chains before your visitors arrive. This one over here is already broken, that little red square, part of Current's earthquake and the fissure that opened up underneath it. We'll go ahead and say that these 2 are also breaking, and you can choose a 3rd chain here that you guys are going to focus on. And
Imagine the one Kildrak's standing right in front of.
yep, yeah, so that'll be your second one, and then you can get a 3rd one as well.
But the
Yeah,
one
like-
right in front of me.
Up by, yeah, sorry, you're breaking 3, not including the one that was already broken. So that maybe the
Oh,
here by Current inner solar form.
yeah, that sounds good.
Yep. So you guys, whoever wants to, can draw little red boxes around the ends of those chains, and at that point, you will you just hear the lumbering footsteps of Orwance, but he is also flanked as he enters by two other familiar figures. Orwance is a massive, hulking Goristro standing 15 feet tall. Tall even for his species, although, of course, not anywhere near as tall as Bjornganal, the Goristro Titan. Well, Goran stands here. Standing slightly in front of Orwance on either side are the Demon Prince Grazit in his purple humanoid, charming form, and his right hand, Varen, the shapeshifter, who you guys met once in a like a magic item shop, and he trapped you. He was there when Baldrus and Witchblade were trapped in gems. And he may have also been on the yacht when you guys ran off with the Wand of Orcus. But he is a pale humanoid, always dripping a mucousy fluid off his body, which is kind of gross.
Ugh.
And as they enter, Grazit slowly claps his hands. Well done. I don't know if you have been told, but the war is over, he says as he spreads his hands out in front of him. He's not holding his sickening scimitar or anything. It just spreads an open stance. Come on now. Congratulations are in order. Are you all not excited?
Indura is just gonna kind of raise up the tail stinger of Oboxob and just hold it over his head.
Heck yeah. Just slowly dripping.
Yep. I mean, I'll celebrate when we deal with this first, honestly.
Yes. That unfortunate artifact. Unfortunately, I am all too aware my three realms would not survive the heat it would bring me if I tried to claim it.
It's real convenient because we weren't fucking offering it.
You've got spunk. Say, are you offering anyone the Wand of Orcus these days?
I'm gonna start just kind of nonchalantly walking closer until I'm within 50 feet of him, by the way.
Okay.
I'm gonna be walking around this way.
Yeah. Over that way somewhere.
Yep.
Would you like to be within 50 feet of all of them? Or yeah, you're within 50 feet of all of them. All right. Does anyone else move or?
I will definitely say something.
Sure.
If I can close this damn window. Why in the world would you want a shard of evil? Are you thinking about doing something that would be exactly what the other one was doing? Oboxob, who is now dead because of us? Because I would be careful of what you are doing.
Shard of evil. That thing is just a tool. Look, as its crimson color fades, each one of these chains you break. It is molded by its wielder. Just a vessel for grand machinations. Grand machinations is something I can't abide. No. We need to be- Yes, we need to be rid of this artifact.
And we plan to make that the case.
Mr. DM, am I going to do an insight check against Grazit?
Yeah, you can make an insight check against Grazit.
That's not what I asked.
Or you say you're gonna win?
Oh.
His
Oh,
skills. A
Let's
nat
go.
20. Dang. Okay. I'll go ahead and do a little roll of my own. Okay. You see Grazit standing here, and he is scanning all of you and also scanning the room. He is here to make a proclamation, but also it looks like he's looking for something, trying to gain some information. And by the way, he's not fixating on any of you or Oboxob, Stinger in Dura's hands, or the shard itself.
Where's the amulet?
It looks like he is still trying to figure out this information he wants to know. But you see his eyes shifting, like you're just seeing the shift of like red light barely change in the reflection off his eyes, but you are sure this is something like nobody else is going to notice. And yeah, I think that's as far as like general insight, he does not seem to be deceiving you currently.
Great.
Even with his great mannerisms, he seems honest so far, and you're like fairly confident in that. So Grazit will continue. Yes, we need to be rid of this artifact. Thankfully, I'm already rid of that feral hyena monster. Gosh, Inagu is a powerful tool, but yes, just the slightest word that Baphomet is hiding in his cave, licking his wounds, sends that cretin running, and he is already distracted. Now, tell me your intentions with this artifact, and I will deem whether you are worthy of my blessing. Not an actual blessing, and some of you already have my actual blessing, but my permission, he says with kind of a slightly a sinister undertone there.
What are you gonna do with it?
He furrows his brows and he says, "See it gone. I told you, I don't need this artifact, and it would draw way too much attention to me and my kingdom. I need to be sure this artifact will be gone, and I can pick the wreckage of Oboxob's disgusting hole, and go back to my realm with a little bit of further knowledge, but importantly, solid."
The funny thing about fate is it doesn't give a damn about your wants. The mistress of fate herself already has her strings tied around this big ass rock, and I, as her servant, am gonna see those threads properly tied off. If you don't believe me, go track down the Pale Huntress, and I'm gonna hold out the blank White Raven mask, and I'll say, I'm gonna give her this, and you can watch, and you'll see that fate will have its course run here. Whether or not you're on the right side of fate is between you and the matron.
I don't give a damn about your matron. I certainly
That's
don't
fine.
give a damn about that decrepit skeleton hiding in Oboxob's basement. But my queen does, for whatever reason, pity you creatures. She may think you're cute. But I have given my word that I will not destroy you. But I do need to know what you are doing with this shard. Spell it out for me, clean and clear, or your blood will wet these stones.
We're gonna chuck it down that hole over there.
Yeah.
The shard will burrow through all the layers of the abyss until it reaches its home world again, and then it will be gone.
He stares at you for many seconds. And he says, well, good riddance. Shard is pretty damn close to its destination already. You guys don't have to take it very far. Fine. You have 1 hour. I can give you 1 hour in this room before I can no longer guarantee your time here is uninterrupted.
I'm immediately gonna take my javelin and start hacking at the chains.
I mean, if you want
Yeah,
us
you
to not
guys-
spend like an hour in here, you could help us break these chains.
Continue hacking at the chains. He says, I mean, you could still be here, but that shard must be gone. It come 1 hour's time.
I mean, we can't get rid of it without getting rid of these chains, so, you know. If you want to be helpful and you want that gone, you could just help us with these chains.
He smiles a sickeningly white smile. I'm starting to pity you too. Well, he turns heel and starts heading out the hallway.
Ugh. You really want this shard to disappear? And you're not even gonna help? Look at you being a coward.
As he walks down the hallway, he turns to Varen, his silent right hand, and starts discussing some. Oh, what are his main? The Bulazows. Discussing Bulazows picking up the wreckage of the Tower of Devastation, but he is completely ignoring you.
Galdrus, do you still have a Ketz's map?
The
The super
Yes.
duper magical one?
I believe so, yeah.
I'm gonna run over to you and I'm gonna say, let me see that real quick. I'll be right back. When I come back, I'm gonna say blueberry pie, so you know I'm not a shapeshifter, and this should be quick.
Cool.
I'm gonna grab the map and I'm gonna look at where the Pale Huntress is, and I'm gonna book it towards her.
Yep, she's in the hunting ground, so if you are running, you can get there in somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes. Less than a half an hour, but yeah, you'll be cutting it close.
Do you want
Um,
where's it? No. There it is. Do you want a phantom steed?
Ooh.
Does that make me go faster?
Oh, heck yeah.
Yes.
nice.
You know, you
Yeah,
go
really,
100 feet
Yes, that's perfect.
What does your phantom steed look like? Is it like kind of like a nightmare looking with a mane of flame?
It's like, instead of like the picture that's blue, it's like just like this fiery, floaty horse, but also extremely, like, the fire looks like fur all blended together, and so you can't really tell if you're sitting on fire or you're sitting on fur.
Yeah, it's just like completely interwoven. That's cool.
Please tell me that won't burn my nuts off.
It'll be a warm horse, but yeah, it's not gonna do fire damage to you.
Comes with seat warmers. Ooh.
Yeah. So you take off down the hallway, and you'll make it there in like 10 minutes or even like 8 minutes, going at a very fast clip. So as they left, you guys probably would have noticed Varen on the map very shortly. You never see Grazit, but Varen is there, and as they recede away, Varen also disappears, and Orwance is a consistent presence. If you check, they're going to go. It looks like they're investigating some of Obox Ob's rooms, his feed pit, and his Temple of Future, as is written on the map. And yeah, so the rest of you will definitely be able to break the chains by the time Witchblade gets back. Just so you know, because you guys, if you actually were like taking out these chains, you would figure out this information. They have an AC of 23 and 150 hit points and a damage threshold of 50. They have some damage immunities, including bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-cold iron weapons, and some damage resistances. But cold iron appears to bypass both the damage immunities and the damage threshold. Even if you did 1 damage to the chain with a cold iron weapon, it does make a nick, and so you are able to constantly chip away at the chain with cold iron, at least. And at a certain point, especially once they're under 50 hit points, strong ones among your group, and Endura for being... Actually, Endura's huge. So yeah, Endura would be quite capable of ripping out chains once they're low on health.
Damn.
So, yeah, before you guys get the chain completely undone, Witchblade arrives in the hunting grounds. It is mostly empty. A few pale rats skitter across the floor, and there are the corpses of the pale huntress's trophy kills of the past. And as your horse rides out on the kind of sort of bridge that looms over the deep pits in her hunting ground, the pale huntress rises up from the ground in the center of the room. She is holding her... She had a long sword, I believe.
I think
You
so,
got-
yeah.
You guys ran off with... Actually, you have her previous bow, right? It's on Witchblade.
Yeah.
So, yep. And she just stands there regarding you. I mean, obviously, she is still a skeleton, makes no emotion, but you're able to approach her.
I'm going to dismount from the steed and take the bow in one hand and the mask in the other. I'm going to take a couple of steps toward her and I'm going to say, I will gift back the spoil of our fight, and at the behest of my patron, you must also take her mask. I think she has a couple of words for you.
She will she regards you. she reaches out with her left hand for the mask.
I'll hand it to her.
And as your guys' hands are on the mask, she, with her right hand, she slowly sheathes her long sword, and she will accept the mask. Then, with her right hand, she holds up her hand in kind of like a stop or a no motion towards the bow. And after a couple seconds, she will point a gnarled finger at the Aketsa's map, which I believe is stowed at your side now. Or maybe it's in your offhand as you were writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she'll point a finger at the map, actually.
I will
then-
take it out and unfurl it. I'm not going to hand it to her, but I'll like open
Yep.
it so she can point to somewhere on the map.
She turns her hand in sort of an open motion. It kind of looks like she wants you to just give her the map.
I will scan over the map real quick. Is there anybody else in the Temple of... Are my people getting ambushed right now? I don't like how long you have to think about this, dude.
Well, I'm trying to think how far Grazit would have gotten, because it's only been like 10 minutes. So they probably started in the feed pit. Now they're in the Temple of Future.
Okay.
And that's about it. Yeah.
Okay. I will give her the map then.
All right. She accepts the map and will carefully roll it up, and in the silence of her hunting grounds, a lone caw rings out and echoes a few times. You look around and you're unable to identify the source. And the Pale Huntress, after standing there for just a few moments, she will proceed her way towards the lower passageway that leads to Aket's and the Temple of the Void.
As she turns to leave, I'll say, "May the strings of your fate be kinder to you than they have been." And I'll turn and quickly hop on the steed and gallop back to the Temple of the Shard.
You see, as you say that and she recedes off into the distance, she reaches up with her left hand and pulls back her dark hood, exposing her full skull. This is a big character moment. She has never shown this much emotion. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, you head back towards the party?
Yeah.
Cool. You guys, Witchblade will be here in like 5 minutes, and you disconnect the final chain. And when all the chains are released from the wall, something in the buckles of the chains that are fastened all the way around the shard unlatches, and the whole assembly falls very noisily into the pit. The shard remains hovering there. It is now almost like a red-brown, but still a crimson color, just less pigment to it almost.
Does that change the one that's floating around the Baldur's head?
Nope, the one floating around Scaldrus' head is always like a crimson or ruby.
Alright. I guess I'll try to connect with the shard mentally and say, "Alright, time for you to go back home."
The shard, you feel this very immensely vast and cold presence touch your mind once again, and the shard responds, "Thank you. I would like to go home." soon.
ET
Soon.
home, phone home.
I do not sense the one who is to bear me. Where did he go?
I have no idea who that is. Because we don't know about your plan at this point in time, I'm pretty sure.
He really wants to take me home, and I want to go home with him. But we cannot go without him.
Do I know who the shard is talking about?
I mean, you can probably assume it's talking about your friend Witchblade, who was on top of the shard before, but is currently not in the room.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if my character would know that. And then I'll be like, okay, we'll have to wait a little bit then.
Thank you. And you too? You will escort me to the end?
Is it requesting that? Or
Yeah, it was like a question.
do you need two escorts?
No, I just need one guardian, one soul to bear. I cannot do it on my lonesome. But the more escorts we have, the safer we will be. The prince. The
What
prince
happens
had
if we
me.
go with you? Will we come with you to your world?
Oh no, I would never wish that upon you. That burden is mine to bear. Just see me safely to the end. The prince wanted me. You know? The prince controlled me. The prince wants me. The prince wants to control me.
Do we know who the prince is?
Well, we just murdered the Prince of Vermin and
Okay.
had a talk with another prince. So, you know.
Is Asmodeus considered a prince, or does he go
These
by a
princes
different
are a
title?
dime a dozen. Yeah, I don't think you would have ever heard Asmodeus referred to as a prince. Probably a lord,
Okay.
or an archdevil. But yeah, I think this is a good time for us to take like a 5-minute break here. And you guys can chew on that one. Make a list of all. There's a lot of princes in the world.
Can I ask him what prince he's talking about?
it doesn't respond for a little bit, and then it says, the demon prince, of course. You know, he controlled me. He had me. He wants me. He will control me. And it clearly the shard, like you were sensing fear from it, and maybe paranoia even. Yeah. So with that, we can take a 5-minute break, and He had us going there.
I'm alive. I'm dead again. I'm alive again.
What's up, Tom?
Hi. For some dumb reason, I don't know why. It's like when I take my AirPods off and then close my tab, I have to like do it several times for me to talk or for me to hear you
Oh,
guys.
that's odd. The last time you were in, we heard you say hello and then you dropped out.
Oh, okay. Like
But yeah, we got you now.
I just couldn't hear you all for some reason. I don't know what's up. I don't know if like something's like out of sync or
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if that's like a Discord thing or your computer, your AirPods. That's weird. But anyways, um, yeah, we have a perhaps paranoid shard of evil or seed of creation, as it may want to call itself. And a witchblade speeding on his way back to the Temple of the Shard here. Is a party going to do or say or ask anything in particular before Witchblade arrives on the scene here?
So wait,
Or just
we
wait
all heard
patiently?
that from the shard?
That was Current talking with the Shard, so I don't know, would you share this with the party then?
Yes, I would.
You're still needed.
Yeah. We heard you that time, but yeah.
Through me.
So yeah, the party knows that is what the Shard was saying.
Cool.
I think I would like to do a commune with Titania to see if going with the shard would one be allowed and two be a good idea, since it seems she has possession of my soul right now.
Yeah. So you have a commune available. You get to ask her 3 questions. This is a great time to do that. And I would like Tom, let's have Mebly make a perception check here too. And then we'll get to Current's questions. Okay, so Mebly is unawares. Go ahead, Andrew, make a perception check for Scaldress as well.
That's not what
Nice. Okay, so you notice that very slowly sizzling and dissipating into the stone is some viscous acid left over from Molthrix's body over there. So if someone wants to try and collect some of Molthrix's acid before it disappears completely, you could do so.
Why not?
So
Wait,
yeah,
where?
you can. He's kind of way down here where he got slain, and like most demons, his body disappears and either sinking into ichor or just kind of fades away. But he left behind a good amount of acid, so you could roll, I would say, medicine to collect as much of his acid as possible in vials or larger containers.
Hmm.
Dang, nice. So I would say you get 6 vials of Molthrix's acid. And I'll say a DC 17 con save, 6d6 acid damage.
You make an item right now.
There you go. Oh, I just posted it in the chat there.
Oh, okay.
But that is what his acid does. We can determine if it's like wound or splash poison or something later. But just wanted to write that down while I had his stats pulled up. So, Current, you, do you like get on your knees or just sit down gracefully, and kind of focus on your totem?
Yeah, I'll like sit down on the ground and focus intently on my totem.
All right. So once again, you find yourself in a lovely field of flowers, kind of a golden light overhead from no particular source, and you feel a comforting breeze flow gently against you. No particular words spoken yet. What do you say or ask?
The Shard of Evil has asked if. Oh, there's a word limit, isn't there?
No, you just ask questions. They're supposed to be yes or no question, or it would be like a very short answer. You could say unclear, but no particular
Oh.
limit on the question.
I'll say the Shard of Evil has asked to escort me, to escort him, down all the layers of the abyss into his home. Do you think I should do this?
The gentle voice of Titania on the breeze will give you a soft yes.
Okay. Do you think this is something that requires more than 2 escorts for?
Again, a stronger breeze and a gentle voice responds, yes.
If we do this, do you think we will survive?
The wind hesitates and then picks up again very softly, and the faint gentle voice says yes.
All right.
And then the breeze picks up and kind of you feel it swirl around you, petals flutter up into the sky, and the vision slowly fades.
I will share that information with my party. Y'all ready to dive into the abyss together?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a resounding yes from any.
Kildrak shouts of the excitement were muted.
Yeah, nice. All right, so yeah, about this time, Witchblade comes tearing in on his hot steed, and
Oh boy. And then I proceed to explain everything that happened in the past 5 minutes.
all right, the shard is still just floating above the pit, reddish brown in color almost. And the Temple of the Shard is empty and quiet. About 30, almost 30 minutes of time has passed since you guys saw Grazit.
I will turn into a bird and fly next to the shard with the intention of being ready to descend with it. And
Cool.
Yeah, me and Endura, I suppose, are gonna run and make a really big jump across this gap. And are there any like spindles of crystal that are like rope attachable to?
Yeah, yeah, probably. You want to like just have something to kind of hold on to as it descends.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like picking a couple anchor spots if possible and make a little bit of a cargo net to go around this thing so we have like some handholds to ride it down.
Yeah, I think on the bottom, like third of the shard, you guys could do like kind of a circle of ropes in a similar location to where this cold iron band was attached to the chains before, and then have ropes going up where you could like stand on top of it and hold on to the ropes, I guess.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. Yeah, with Witchblade and Endura, there's probably not room for like other people to stand on top of it. I think you all have means of flight. Yeah, because even Kildrak has boots of flying, right?
Oh wait, I
Nope.
don't need to turn into a bird. I'm already solar.
And once you, yeah, you okay? So I'll put your little solar thing back. And once you guys get to the void, you can kind of just like propel yourselves with your minds, anyways. So
Endura can hold on to the rope and hold somebody else with his other hand.
cool. Yeah, yeah. Endura could definitely anchor somebody, even if they don't have much to stand on. And Witchblade, when you first touch the shard, it kind of hums in response to you, and you feel a cold feeling go. Like I'm assuming you like land on your feet, maybe catch yourself with the palms of your hands. A cold feeling kind of runs up your forearms, like it's like reaching out to you.
I will cautiously
Firmly grasp
accept it, but I'm going to cast. Do I have resistance? Yeah, I'm gonna cast resistance on myself, and I'm gonna let it in.
Okay. You feel this cold, like iciness run up your veins into your core, and the shard responds to you from where your palm is touching it. It changes shade and is now more of like a dark green, kind of similar to the cloak that you wear. The whole shard is going to change color.
I'm going to. I had originally shut this like presence out, but seeing it change color, I am going to look at the rest of our party as they're kind of making their way over to. Thank you, Andrew. I hesitated because it was in my head too. I'm gonna look over to this literal angel that's hovering in the space, and memories of tidal waves and pearls with sending. I'm gonna look over to Mebly with middle fingers, invisibility, and arrows that have struck targets right around where I'm fighting. Over to Reditu with his instruments and animated objects and just general tomfoolery, and Kildrak in the halls of the Mountain Kings. And I'm gonna try to just pour all of these like positive memories from our bonds into the stone, and I'm gonna try to like just mentally conjure up the most juxtaposing things I can to our surroundings. try to remind it of like the fact that the sun and stars exist and that there's things other than fire and blood.
A voice kind of behind you, like in the back of your head. It seems like it feels like it's coming from right at the base of your neck. Says, "You have a bright imagination. This is what the world that we will create looks like. I like that world."
Nope.
And as the shard responds to you, it lurches downward all of a sudden, like 2 feet, and then as you get your bearings on top there, before you even do your rope attaching thing, the ropes at your side start unwinding and wrap themselves around the base of the shard, and 4 handholds rise up for you and Endura to hold on to before the shard begins descending through this hole down towards the void.
Off we go, apparently.
I follow, flying.
So you guys descend at a reasonable clip,
So wait,
and shortly
everybody-
enough, you guys
is
are
everybody
back
like
in
jumping
the void.
after it?
Yeah, so far only Blade and Curran have specified that they are going down with the.
Bye, guys. I hope you don't die in the hole
Okay.
or the void.
If anybody stays, I will give a saluting wave to anyone who remains, and I'll say, "Yep, you also don't die. That'd suck if you did."
I want to go in the hole too.
Jump. I'll
yeah,
catch you.
I'm assuming you guys are all gonna like jump in the void or go into it one way or another, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, everyone who knows plane shift is going down there, so that's my ride home.
Yeah,
Fair enough. Okay, I'll catch anybody if they jump down and need it.
very fair.
That's a very good reason to go, honestly.
I whispered to you, Isaac.
Yeah. So, you guys are back in the void.
Kinky.
Yeah, complete darkness, no landmarks to get your bearings, and you guys slowly descend for quite some time. This lasts for hours and hours. How are you guys staying together and keeping, like, does someone have a light, or are you guys just holding on to ropes to stay with each other?
Redditu usually casts light on his beard, or on his mane, I mean.
Mm-hmm. I
Cool.
can also cast daylight on an object if we need.
All right. Yeah, I didn't know if you guys wanted to do that, but yeah, I do remember him having like light on his beard before. So
I feel like we should not light this thing up like a massive beacon and only do a small amount of light for a while.
Hi, here we are.
She's just trying to enlighten us.
Mm.
That's so bad.
so you guys descend for so you're just gonna hold on to ropes, sorry, before you not using light.
We're gonna use just the light cantrip, not
Oh, okay, not the daylight.
correct.
That's fair enough. Okay, so yeah, Ratatouille's glowing, and you guys are able to follow the glow,
Why do you need light?
and you descend for
Y'all
a
struggle
couple
to
hours
walk in the dark?
before.
I mean, we can be in the dark for a while, but like, if we don't have light at some point, I feel like we're gonna fall asleep. Like today has been exhausting. Need something to keep us awake, you know? Get some sense of motion at least.
I think the first thing to happen would be Scaldrus on your shoulder. The mourning dove, after a couple hours, starts like shifting its weight back and forth, kind of stomping its feet a little bit.
I forgot the morning dove was still with you.
Yeah. You getting impatient.
Yeah.
For the record, Isaac, I have in the notes that this thing's voice is like the rabbit from the dubbed version of Ghost Stories because that's how you talk like him.
that's pretty good. I'm ready for a stretch.
You want to fly around? I mean, you're not restricted to sitting on my shoulder.
The mourning dove just looks around kind of pointedly at the blank empty void. It's like, I'm gonna stick pretty close to you, but yeah, I think it's about time I stretch my wings.
I mean, you could also go in my ring.
No, that's all right.
Okay.
Thank you for the offer, though. And it stretches its wings out a little bit. The feathers kind of hit your neck, and then it flaps a couple times, and it kind of hovers in the air before you. And flapping it, it turns around, and the little mourning dove says, "Don't freak out, okay?"
What? That you're a dragon?
Yes, that. And after he says that, oh, where's his token?
I will like
do
surreptitiously arrange my cloak to cover up my dragon armor that I'm wearing.
Oh, yeah. The mourning dove transforms into the form of a ginormous platinum dragon. This thing's scales shine like no other, particularly in the glorious light of Ratatouille's mane. And it is a large, like, thick dragon, and you can tell this thing is old, and it's kind of built up, and it has a saddle on its back. Like this dragon is ready for a rider.
Hmm.
And he says, This is me. I am Vandrasol, the Shard Thrower."
Mm.
And with that, he you see something move up his throat as he raises his neck and opens his mouth upwards, and in an arc above him throws metallic shards into the empty void. Just kind of a display of his beautiful glimmering breath weapon.
So, I'm just curious, why do you choose to be a dove?
I like mourning doves. I don't know if there's a deep philosophical reason, but the gold dragons, you know, they all get to be canaries. Figured a mourning dove is gray, and I like them.
Nice.
So, yep. Well,
How do you,
I
how,
have
how do you
a-
feel? You a little bit more stretched out now?
oh yes, and he stretches his wings out. And this thing's wingspan is over 100 feet.
Oh my gosh.
It is, I think. I I haven't looked up like
Yeah.
dragon comparison size charts, but I'm pretty sure it is over 100 feet for this thing.
Where was it? Did I
Um,
send you one a while ago of what a platinum dragon's like?
Oh gosh, that was probably a really long time ago, but I think you did. And he says, "And now that I've gotten all stretched, if I mean, you don't have to, but if you want to rest yourself, you could. I got a nice saddle on my back." And he just kind of turns his head and looks at it, and looks back at you.
Do you want me to ride you?
I'm not gonna say that I want you to ride me, but that you can. You can climb on the saddle.
Gosh. The.
Do it, man.
Come on, don't be shy.
Okay, I'll ride on you.
Yes, I mean, yeah, that's cool. And he kind of angles himself, one wing like towards you and downward, and you can go and sit. It's the saddle is like it's pretty large. It has a back on it, mostly made of like leathers and pretty comfortable animal skins. It's a comfortable saddle, and it's got like armrests. There probably is even like a strap to like strap yourself in, because this thing is made for, intense riding, battle situations perhaps. But it's a comfortable seat. And looking back at you, Vandrasal says, "You look good, Skuldrus. You look good."
You got a nice tight chair.
Thanks.
I'm gonna bamf out Vincent. I'm gonna have it like circle in front of the dragon so he can like see, and then I'm gonna have it perch right in front of Skuldrus and like put his little feet down so that Skuldrus can like help secure him. And he's gonna sit there so that I can see through his eyes while they fly around.
I'm riding a platinum dragon.
I put your little dude. Yeah, your little dude goes on top of the token. Very nice.
Nice.
So, you guys continue on your way, descending, following the shard, and let's see here. Yeah, the next thing that would occur, maybe less than an hour after Vandrasal shows himself in his true form, the shard reaches out to you, Witchblade, and it says, "I guess this is about the time that we should start connecting, you and I."
What do you mean connecting?
Well, to properly wield me,
Gosh.
you're gonna have to, make a concerted effort. Spend about an hour, concentrating with me each day, as we grow our bond,
Gosh.
strengthen our connection.
My mind is in the gutter.
It sounds similar to like attuning to a magic item for an hour concentrating on it, but you said each day. Like this is maybe a more longer commitment. I don't know why I said he. That the thing doesn't have a gender, but
I am going to take out my tarot deck, and I'm gonna start absent-mindedly shuffling it in my hands, and I'm gonna say out loud everything I replied to him. I said out loud, and I'm gonna say, you know, it's kind of ironic that the one card that best represents this next step is the card that I burned trying to figure out what to do. And I'll start like shuffling and talking out loud, but to it, and I'll say, the Fool card is one about new beginnings and trying new stuff. I have no intention of being your master. What I can do is ensure that whatever happens next is so tangled in the chaotic threads of fate that no one person dictates where your strings go. And so over the course of the hour that I'm bonding with it, I am doing it as a like ritual where any amount of chaos or basically I'm gonna pick different tarot cards and use that as like the bonding rather than me imposing my intention or will onto it. I'm not
Yeah,
treating
just
this
flip
thing
a
like
card and
tool.
then interpret them one at a time, similar to your description of the Fool card.
Yeah, because it really I didn't mention it out loud, but it really pissed me off how Grazit started talking about living beings as a tool, even Inagu. Because, like, I respected Inagu as a warrior, even if he lacked any amount of tact or strategy. I don't believe that any living thing is a tool. And so I'm trying to instill and make sure that this doesn't become a realm that somebody can just yoink and like turn into a weapon somehow. If this thing is going to be different, I'm trying to make it different.
Cool. Yeah. I think the Shard would be very open and interested in your explanations of the different tarot cards as you go through the deck. And yeah, when you say you don't want to be its master, it would say, I see us as partners. You know, this is our adventure, and we're doing it together. You and I, not me over you, and not you over I. The two of us. Now, yes, please, you can go ahead and flip the next card and tell me about it.
Okay. I think one of the next cards that would flip up pretty soon, it would be like the Rising Sun, I think is one of the cards.
Yeah.
Something about like new beginnings type stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll go through a lot of cards, and
Oh, there's only
continue.
51, so it can't take hours and hours.
Yeah, well, you could probably, I would imagine different cards would spark certain conversations too, so you could get a couple minutes out of each card, maybe go through like half the deck or something.
True.
Yeah, so you guys continue Witchblade talking out loud while he goes through the tarot deck. And
I sent you a stat block, Isaac.
oh, if you look at the token, there is a stat block there. It's kind of pulled from multiple different things, but I think it's close to like what I want it to be. I might rebalance it slightly if we're actually having combat with it, but we'll get to that
Actually, from
when we get to it.
Fitzban's treasure.
Oh, there's a Platinum Dragon in Fizzban's book? I didn't even know that.
Yeah. It's just
Well, I
named
will...
something differently. Well, it's named something differently, but it's known as the Platinum Dragon.
Oh, okay. I will have... Yeah, because I have that book, so I'll have to take a look at that this week
You know,
and
it's-
compare it to what I came up with.
Its HP is 585.
Nice.
Kind of a lot.
A little bit more than this one. But yeah, really quick before we continue, just as an aside, the next combat I am planning, like, I want to have things HP generally be a little lower and damage a little bit higher, so that the combat goes faster. Like if we have a huge combat, hopefully it'll take like 1 whole session, not 2 whole sessions. But that's an aside.
You're asking too much.
And what?
You're asking too much.
Oh, for combat to only go 1 session. Yeah, we are level 20. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
So let me close out of my other notes. You did that. Mebly is resurrected. That's good. Okay. As you continue down, Vandrasol will say to you, Scaldrus, this realm is ruled by dragons, is it not?
The void?
Yes. This void.
Yeah, very particularly the void dragon. We defeated one and ran away from the others. They're not fun. They're really avoiding.
Oh! Sorry, I see what you did there. Yes. Void dragons are very different, but I can still sense their, they leave kind of a territorial claim to this domain. I don't think they'll bother us, but I will keep my senses open for any signs. And you guys continue into the darkness for 4 hours before Vandrasol turns to Scaldrus again and he says, I'm getting the sense that void dragons aren't supposed to be around here. Something is overriding their territorial claims.
Like we're so far into the depths of the void that they aren't belonging here? Like it's like the sea?
Maybe. I was thinking more of like a pheromone.
Oh.
Something left its mark.
Do you smell something that is wrong here?
He sways his head side to side, takes deep inhales. Go ahead and make a perception roll for him. You can use the stat block he has. Wow. Barely made it to 20 with that plus 17. What exactly was your question again? Or you just asked if he could smell something?
Yes. If he can smell the pheromone of the environment that is keeping them away.
No, I don't gather a particular smell, just more a feeling. Similar to these void dragons' territorial claim, it's not like they leave a scent per se, but I feel their influence. They want intruders to keep out, but this pheromone, as I call it, is overriding that feeling. We've just kind of crossed over into it now.
Do you think it's safe to continue this way, or do we need to navigate a workaround in this environment?
Well, I don't know how to make that shard change directions. I guess it's up to you if you're more worried about void dragons or the things other than void dragons. Whatever that is.
We should probably continue following the shard, because it's fairly powerful. Even though
Oh,
it's
yes.
asking us protection, which is weird.
Well, I mean, if I was a shard with no mouth, no claws, no wings, I would want escorts to lead me everywhere too. Anyways, thank Bahamut, I'm not that. I'm awesome. Well, let's continue.
He ain't even wrong. That's the funniest part.
So, you guys,
If it's been
Continue.
more than 8 hours,
yeah.
I'm gonna drift off the shard for a sec up to where Scaldrus is. I'm
Yep.
gonna say, I'm really bored. Can I touch that little one and see if anything happens? The little shard.
I mean, I don't think much does happen if you touch it. Let's see if you die or not.
Resistance, then touch.
You touch the piece of the shard of evil, and you feel a sharp pain in the back of your head. It doesn't like actually hurt you. It feels like pain, and it kind of feels like a rejection.
I didn't like that.
How does it feel to be rejected?
Not usually that painful, I gotta say. Why isn't that one changing to green though? Do you have to like unattune to it for a second or something?
Why would you say I need to be attuned to it?
Well, because that one's still red. And also, yeah, we picked up the amulet that Obaxab had, right?
Yes, somebody. Actually, Mebly had it, so I guess it would still be on Mebly. I guess it would have been erased and then came back with Mebly. So.
Is that one red or green?
That one, I guess that one would also be crimson.
Interesting. Hey, Medley.
Mhm.
What would happen if you touch the amulet to the bigger chunk of shard? Do you think it would turn green?
I don't know. I was kind of wondering the same thing.
Let's find out.
So Mebly pulls out Obox Ob's Amulet of the Shard, and you press it against the Shard of Evil, and nothing happens immediately. Would you hold it there for a little bit?
Yeah. So I'm like holding it like above like shard or like how?
Yeah, just like on the side of the shard, somewhere where the two crystals are touching.
Yeah, I might just give it like a subtle like gentle rub, just a tap.
Oh,
rubbing it
fucking
now?
do that.
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Tom?
Just going to put the damn thing on the shard.
Okay. Yeah. So you hold it on there for a little bit, and after like 20 seconds or so, you hear the kind of feet. You hear like a slight metallic like clink, and you feel the metallic casing around that crystal piece is no longer holding it. The little shard piece inside of the amulet is now loose, and if you pull away the metal, that piece stays attached to the larger shard of evil.
Interesting.
And if you pull your hand away, you see kind of like veins or webbing lines of green start slowly seeping into that little piece and slowly turning it green.
You're both right. It does turn green.
I feel like that's safer, and I can't really explain how. But I feel like we should also do that with that one, and I'll point up to Scaldrus.
I asked a question, Isaac.
I responded to your last message, I think.
Gildrak, I don't know if you got any holy magic left, but what is your inclination, or yeah, what do you feel about there still being some red left on pieces of this? Will remind you, you are muted.
Good call. I don't know that I have any specific holy magic for that. But pretty much every depiction we've ever seen of this thing had it being red even before it was bound. So I'm not sure that I feel like it's more unusual that it's fading.
That's a good point. You think he'll be fine having a red piece if the rest of this is green? I don't want it to, like, retain some evil and kick back into Scaldrus or something.
We are very far out of the depth where any of us can be confident about the outcome.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think the best choice is to just keep pressing on and doing what we think is the best for the time being.
And interrupting your guys' conversation, I have to look up his name almost every time. Vandrasol suddenly says, "Oh dear Satan."
Oh,
Huh?
Oh, great mother of chromatic dragons.
what's up?
Is something incoming?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of.
It is big. And we might already be inside of it. There's like tentacles. and oh my gosh, it is, wow, those are big.
Where is he looking? Is he like looking off in a certain direction or something?
He is kind of looking and scanning in many directions. Kind of slowly making a circle.
Do we, if we,
I would say make a break for it, but I don't want to leave that giant rock here.
All right, start pushing the rock.
if we just quietly keep going, will it notice us?
Let's move
Yeah.
with some purpose.
You guys are slowly descending, and a familiar, yet alien-sounding voice calls from the void. Adventurers. As the gaping maw of Dagon appears once
Wow.
again.
This guy.
What was that noise?
That's me being scared of Dagon.
You sounded like a squeaky toy.
I feel like a squeaky toy next to his mouth. Hi, Dagon.
We're
You
back.
have started along the right path. But the void is immense. The journey will be long.
You came all the way out here to scare the piss out of us to tell us it's going to take a while. I kind of already figured, but thanks for confirming.
I'm here. Don't you worry about my doings.
Will you let us pass and continue with our journey?
Oh. Oh, yes.
Cool.
Yes, you all are free to go. Great job eliminating Obaksab. You did very well on that one.
He was quite squishy.
And I think Witchblade at this point, your little shard of evil friend would say, "Oh, he's one of them. The 13 that stole me, brought me here."
I'm
What?
gonna mentally tell him back and go, we know he's an Oberith, but funny enough, he's one of the ones who told us how to set you free.
Well, it's interestingly, the horrors that invaded my universe and doomed it, they actually kind of share some physical traits with Dagon and the other Oberiths. But the Oberith's interests are very self-serving, and they took me away from my creators who had great plans for me. They just wanted to use me to escape.
So you're saying he came from a realm that looks like him, used you to burrow a way out?
Yeah, pretty much. And so Dagon will continue the journey. My plan is almost come to fruition. And truly, I hope the shard makes it whence we came. No one in this universe can be trusted to wield its power. I have learned that in my many years of study. So, I hope you make it. And,
Dagon, why aren't you like? Don't get me wrong. I also agree it's safer with no one's hands on it. But with how clever you are, I'm a little surprised you don't have an interest in using this to reshape a world.
all things considered, I find myself in a pretty favorable position. I lie directly beneath the gaping maw, and I whisper secrets, schemes to the most powerful demon of them all. What more could I need? This shard is a bit of a wild card.
Fair enough.
Yes. Long-standing plans cannot do with its influence. Useful it may be. Again, I really hope you make it. And Vandrasol kind of leans in towards Scaldrus and he says, "The tentacles are no longer encircling us. I think they're like receding."
Nice.
And Dagon just still sits there with this ginormous gaping maw, and but it kind of floats in position, and you guys are going in a direction that you kind of assume is down, and slowly Dagon fades out of sight and will not say anything else unless you guys say something to him.
Once we're a good deal away, I'm gonna go. Was anyone else like super unnerved by that?
Oh yeah, extremely. He's manipulating the lords, or demon lords. And that was his plan all along, to be able to not be, or be able to influence the demon lords instead of the shard manipulating the demon lords. So he's basically just gaining power again.
Well, hopefully their squabbles destabilize their realm over time.
True.
Down we go.
Down you go. And now at this point, your guys' journey is going to take days, actually. So if you want to go ahead and take a long rest, you can do that. You guys will
I would
descend
love to.
unbothered, uninhibited by void dragons or any other void monsters.
If it's days, can I do my Tome of Clear Thought?
I got a Tome of Understanding too. Let's go.
Yeah, how do you have to study those things for like 7 days? Is that the
48 hours
48 hours, nice.
Over a period
So-
of 6 days.
or fewer.
Or fewer, yeah.
Yes, you guys can begin studying those. No, 48 hours.
Oh, it just consumed it out of my inventory. That's unfortunate.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, you guys would have enough time to completely study those. I would say probably like 4 days or three to 4 days. Spending reasonable time studying it and breaking to sleep. Witchblade communicating with your shard. But yeah, you guys can go ahead and gain those bonuses from your tomes.
Which tomes did the two of you say you had?
Of
We're in the
Understanding
chat.
and Clear Thought.
Yeah.
Okay. I had the Constitution version of it that I got right when we came into the Abyss, and then we have not had a week of downtime since.
Oh
That's
man.
right. Yeah, you got that from the first layer of the Abyss, right? Like in a tower or something?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Um,
So I will also study the book.
nice. I didn't realize you guys had acquired 3 of those collectively. But
Yeah, and we weren't able
very
to
good.
do anything with them for a while. Painfully. Now,
So-
how do I edit this?
we'll say it was 4 days. You guys study those things, get the bonus, and then you will continue descending for another 5 days. This is 9 days total of descending.
Once we're done studying, I'm gonna look and see. I have I was gonna say, if we have this much time, we have a whole bunch of different magic we can use to entertain ourselves. So I just gonna look. I don't have a whole lot off the top of my head that I know I can do, but I mean I have all the cleric spells, so we can just like come up with different ways to entertain ourselves with magic. Like if any of us can do illusion spells, we can play like 20 questions and then cast an illusion of the answer or just random stuff like that to kind of keep ourselves sane.
I have a deck of illusions.
Yeah,
I
that's
That
still
is
have-
true. He has a deck of illusions.
we could play a different like type of word games under the effective zone of truth.
Okay. Well, you guys know he is a platinum dragon, and I have to keep looking up his name in my notes. So I'm gonna rename the token to Vandrasol, the Shard Thrower. Update is there we go.
Nice.
Okay. And yeah, if you guys are good to continue, we will see one more thing here before we call it a session.
Mhm.
So, you guys, yeah, it has been 9 days.
Wait, actually, on the second day, I would ask if does anybody want sending? See if we can try to contact anybody. I don't know if it's important, but that's an option. Check in and be like, hey, we ain't dead yet.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know that I want to toss up any potential beacons.
Yep, good point.
Although I
Okay.
guess that all of your entertainment magic might also do the same thing.
I mean, you make a good point, though. Okay.
So, you guys, yeah, it has been 9 days, and again, Vandrasol notices, but not much sooner than you guys. He says, I think we have come to an edge. And as he says that, the area around you almost seems sort of gray. It takes like almost a shade in the void for once. And as your eyes adjust to the strange gray tint that the void has taken on, ahead of you, in a direction that most of you are facing, appears a great black figure. the Void Angel. This Void Angel looks very similar to the one you had seen before. Its legs kind of shattered in a different pattern, hole in a different part of its chest, and it is just kind of standing there and beholds you all with its expressionless gaze. And as you sort of descend to it, the shard piece will come to a stop before the angel. Guys, I am not talking to it, so someone else.
Cool, I'll talk to it. What's up,
Yes,
Shard?
Elvis, you got it. A disembodied, maybe like fractured sounding voice says, "Hello, you come to the edge. You are the first sojourners I have ever encountered."
Yep.
Sojourners?
We bring you a gift. He is wanting to rejoin his people. Do you think you could help with that?
The shard. Nay, the seed. Oh, I believe his people are all dead. Long dead. But he could
buddy.
return to his home.
If he's a seed, what would happen if we planted him? Would he grow into something that is more than just a seed?
Yes, he is. It is supposed to be a seed of creation. His universe is completely and utterly lost. It is his job to restart. Do you understand?
So we must go plant him in his dimension to restart everything.
You don't need to. But if you so desire, I could let you go where you need to go.
That would be honorable.
If you say so. But yes, I called you sojourners. I mean, you have traveled far to come here, yes?
Yeah. It's kind of like you just keep walking, and then you enter this other place, and then you just keep walking, and then you go to this other place, and then you're like, cool, we're here now.
Okay. Well, yes, you are the first sojourners I have ever encountered. And I've been at this post for 2 days.
What?
Yeah, my telling of time.
Define days.
So there's no sun here, but 2 days, like approximately 50 hours or so, I've been at this post.
Who's else
Where were
usually
you-
at this post?
Yeah, what?
Oh. Huh. I don't know. I must have formed here to fulfill the duties of guardian. Why, I don't know who was guardian before me.
Have you met anybody else coming this way?
Like I said, you are the first sojourners to come here. In all my 2 days, no one has come to this place asking for passage.
Are there any kind of rocks or dust or literally anything at all that can fit in an hourglass within sight?
Only that which you brought with you, so
Fuck.
yeah.
I'm asking a question, Isaac.
Oh.
I'm gonna lean down to Kildrak. I'm gonna go. Is this thing actually a celestial?
Divine sense.
Yes, this thing would register as a celestial. The Void Angels are strange, creepy angels, but angels nonetheless.
That is mildly reassuring. Well, if you can, shit. I mean, I don't know. Do we hand off the seed here? Do we need to go with the seed? What?
So, I am of the understanding that my purpose is to allow passage. If you guys tell me that your intentions are pure and noble, then you may proceed. Otherwise, I must prevent you from coming this way.
Our intentions are pure and noble.
I have a question. I have a hinting.
Why do you have a question? He says your intentions are pure and noble.
I have a hinting thought that
It is a pure and noble question.
that you have always been here, but you always come back. But you never remember. Do you know why?
What would there be to not remember? I've just been here for 2 days. Why would I need to come back? I am here, and I will be here until my duty is done.
Where are you from?
I'm not sure where exactly I'm from, but my existence flows from the wellspring that flows through all great pure things. It spills over out of Mount Celestia, making the heavenly oceans. I am here because the Overgod wills me here.
So why are you shattered?
Oh, that's just the way I am. Would you like me to show you how I can shatter other things?
Why not?
I don't think. Well, okay.
You know, maybe I should. You have a disconcerting aura about you. Why do you hold on to that piece of hatred?
It's not a piece of hatred. It's a piece of understanding.
Piece of understanding. What do you need it to understand that you cannot understand yourself?
The dimensions out of my own sight.
So it is a crutch. You are afraid. You feel weak.
I am not afraid. I just enjoy understanding other environments of not my own self. So, I truly understand who I am. I just understanding more than just who I am.
And the rest of you vouch for him, though he carries that foul piece around his head. And Vandrasol immediately bellows, "Yes!"
He's been
Yeah.
with us through a lot of situations where he could have done a lot of evil and he didn't. So I ain't vouching for that rock by his face. I'm vouching for him.
Go ahead and roll persuasion with advantage.
Please tell me you're talking to Scalders and not me.
Gosh.
I want
No.
to give him the advantage. He's the talker.
Okay, yeah, because you're helping it. We'll let him
Right.
roll persuasion
Mine's
with
a
advantage.
+0. It would not go well.
Oh, whoops.
And yeah, he was explaining himself very well. So
2 14s. Oof.
fine then.
Only a 27.
Yeah, it's only a plus 13.
Jeez.
All is well. You shall go and plant this seed, and it will sprout somewhere else, and we will never reap the benefits. You'll never sow its fruit. That is a noble sacrifice, it says after a short pause. And with that, it will simply disappear, and the void returns to its typical pitch blackness, and the shard continues its descent.
You know, I forgot to ask how Fizzban and BT knew to be there at the right time. And then you were asking weird questions that Angel, and it made me think, like, what if our whole universe gets, like, destroyed by an Oberon's wish, and then this seed, like, regrows the universe, and we go save it over and over again, and only really powerful people like Fizzban actually are aware of that, and the Angel only pops back up every time, like, the seed matures. Is that dumb? I don't know if it's dumb or really smart. I can't tell.
A small voice in the back of your head says, I'm worried there's something more sinister going on. That angel having only been in its post for 2 days. And the shard continues descending.
Hey, y'all, the shard's worried that the angel died, and I wasn't as worried before, and I am now. I think something's killing angels over here.
And after about an hour, the shard lands. It comes to a stop upon a solid surface. Everything is still pitch black. Well, I guess so. Redditu is he has his like glowing mane. So you would see, I believe. Let me look at the light cantrip.
It's like 30 feet.
30 feet. Okay. So as you guys descend, Vandrasol first says, Whoa. There's some big obelisks down there. Six obelisks. It looks like we're gonna land right in the center of them.
I asked a question, Isaac.
Yep. So you guys will go down and land, and I believe these obelisks would be like if Redatu is just over the Shard of Evil, they would be just outside of the light. They're all about like 45 feet away from the shard in a circle, and they all extend out of this black nothingness. And Vandrasal is quick to notice those are abyss forged obelisks. You can see the faces of the tormented souls in that metal.
What are you doing all the way down here?
The little voice in the back of your head, Witchblade, says, Those definitely weren't placed there by the gods who are supposed to seal this place off.
Isaac.
Oh gosh. What?
Gosh dang it, why did I roll this? Would this... If...
Oh,
I need to... I'm gonna message you something crazy.
Okay.
Because I rolled a 93.
Sure. So, in the meantime, the shard is going to begin its breaching process. After it lands on this hard surface, green light sputters and glimmers from where the shard is touching the ground, and kind of green cracks slowly emerge in the ground, and there's some sputtering, some fizzing, some hissing and popping sounds, and great loud cracking noises as the shard very slowly inches its way deeper and deeper, causing greater cracks in the ground there. And still this like dark green light emanates from the cracks in the ground.
Does anything about the setup of the obelisks... I'm suddenly worried that this is a trap, and these obelisks are here to pull an Uno reverse fuck you against the intended purpose. Is the way that they're arranged, are there any like runic markings? Am I like, oh, this is Popper's ritual circle number 7 of fuck you magic? Like, any kind of vibes like that?
There are no runes. There are no runes, no glyphs or anything. They are just these very large jagged shards. Let me look at my little 15 feet in diameter at the base, 50 feet tall, ending in a jagged point, each of them. And the radius of the circle they make is 40 feet, so they're each 40 feet from the shard, pretty much. And no, the only markings on them are the impressions of faces typical of abyss forged cold iron. The one thing that it probably reminds you of would be the obsidian pillars that Zayden used to concentrate her magic. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's like the one thing it would remind you of.
There were big old monolisks or obelisks outside in the there was a map that we had where we were assaulting that big impenetrable dome of force that had the big ass cannon in it, and then there were like obelisks to the northeast of that.
Yeah, the spires in Zionin were
Yeah.
not, they were more rocky.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of like if you think of like a Nat Geo picture of like Madagascar or wherever, they have those crazy like pillars of stone coming out of the ground. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
But these are jagged, cold iron obelisks that come to a point 50 feet in the air.
Kildrak. Or sorry, Witchblade.
Yeah.
What do you think about maybe trying to send the Shard of Evil to the astral plane?
I think we've already discussed that. I think it's a not as good an idea as seeing what happens right now.
You think it's better to see if we get Una reversed versus maybe planting it in a place that it seems like it's getting less evil?
Only because I'm here, and of all of us, maybe Reddit 2 and Meble, I'm not 100% sure, but I think I'm the shortest lived here. I die in like 60 years. And then who's to say that some being beyond my comprehension doesn't go, ooh, a green shiny rock, and corrupt it in a realm that most humans can't fathom accessing?
No.
If this thing works the way it's supposed to, it's gone for good.
I mean, seeding it in the astral plane.
Yeah, it's eventually going to get found by somebody in our universe. If it's a seed that makes a universe, we don't want to start our universe in our universe, because then who knows what happens with that. It could be like trying to put milk in a glass that's already full of water. Like, something's got to get kicked out in that case.
So do we need to get rid of these pillars?
I don't think so, but I would be ready in case something goes wrong. It said those weren't there before. From what I remember, we learned Ayun and Pelor sealed off a gate. Maybe somebody tried to punch through that gate again and they shoved these obelisks here and they were like, oh, fuck it, that didn't work, and then they went back up to the abyss. This could be any number of things. It just... it's something we can't kick our heels up and go, oh, mission done! You know, like, I think we gotta stay on our toes and see what happens.
So, the shard is still slowly pressing slightly deeper into the ground. The ground fizzles, hisses, and pops. And then two loud cracks happen as a deep green seam erupts one direction and another direction. And the shard says in the back of your mind, all of a sudden, Witchblade, oh, I wasn't ready for that. And then it says dozens of words all at one time, as if all of these words in one is the name of whatever it's talking of. It says he, she, it, they, them, many, all, one, intruder, interloper, devastator, alien, foreigner, monster, horror, and more terrifying descriptors, all in unison. This just like assaults your brain as it says this name. And then two words in unison, both are and is ready for me. And then eldritch, abominable, ginormous tentacles explode from the breach point. And that is where we will end the session.
What the fuck?
Well, we're all gonna die again.
This is less than ideal.
So, wait. Did I hear voices from the other side of... like, shards breaching solid, I'm gonna call it a gate.
Mm-hmm.
Did I hear voices from the other side of the gate, or was that what the shard was saying?
That was, yeah, the shard. It's like the shard is either built this name or like just knows this name of whatever's on the other side. And its name is all of those things.
Oh, the shard was saying something is coming to get us.
It was saying that it is ready for the shard.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Tiamat just comes out of the ground. Oh.
Yeah.
Tiamat doesn't have tentacles, so it's
Sweet mother of chromatic
something
dragon.
else.
As far as you know, Tiamat doesn't have tentacles.
I think the version of Tiamat that has tentacles is sold at a company that sponsors race cars. And if you know, that's a hilarious leap.
What?
You'll figure it out later.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and post my roses and thorns in the 714 chat, and then hop off.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.